Good afternoon. My name is David Lane. I'm out here with Randy Schooneman. We're with Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is March 1st, 2017, and we're about to do a video inspection of the main line of 104 East Kiernan Avenue here in Spokane, Washington. We just got done jetting this line. We were out here about a week ago and couldn't get them open, and we found a sludge blockage, so we started jetting the line. And so we set the customer up for the commercial jetter. Jetted the line. We're working from a couple. There's a couple cleanouts outside in the backyard, and that's where we've been working from. We're actually working from the cleanout closest to the garage, the upstream cleanout of the two in the backyard. As I pull back, I'm going to narrate this video inspection. You'll always be able to tell where the bottom of the pipe is by where my camera lens light is, and also by where the water is. What we're looking at right now is the city sewer. The sewer runs down Kiernan, and we're pulling back into the hub. The homeowner is responsible for everything from the hub back to the house. The bottom of the pipe is in the left-hand side of the screen. You can see the hub transition into the pipe. What we're pulling into is what looks like 6-inch clay tile pipe. The bottom of the pipe is actually at the top of the screen here. And the most problematic areas for clay tile pipe is the joints. The joints over time seem to offset and separate. You can see a bit of an offset there. Good news here is that offset stair steps downstream, as opposed to an offset stair stepping upstream. When the water has to rise up to after an offset, when the water has to rise back up to grade and then travel down, it just causes problems. The water starts pooling, and then it's easier for solids and things to get caught in that pool of water and eventually cause a backup. I'm going to continue to pull back here. We're working from the, like I said, the clean out closest to the garage. Continuing to pull back here. Excuse me just one moment. Bottom of the pipe is still at the top of the screen. It's transitioning now to the top right-hand side of the screen. Still in what looks like 6-inch clay tile pipe to me. There's a bit of a separation there at that joint. Nothing too substantial. I mean, water definitely can make it out to the city sewer. We use gravity to get to the city sewer, so you flush your toilet and it travels down the main line at a 1/4-inch drop per linear foot. Continue to pull back. We got just a little hanger-on root right there, very insignificant. Continuing to pull back here. The joints look pretty good. Haven't seen any too offset that is going to cause you too much of a problem. Continue to pull back here. That's a pretty big offset there. Again, it stair steps down, so that is much more preferred than the stair step up, like I explained earlier. Continuing to pull back here. Bottom of the pipe is in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, shifting as we pull. Continuing to pull back. Little bit of roots hanging on, nothing to worry about there. See, this is a pretty large, little bit of a separation and a offset. You can see a little bit of gravel coming in there, and a little bit of water pooling, not much. And there is a bit of debris in the line. So as we were jetting and we got the line open and flowing, we were putting the camera lens down the cleanout we're working from, and we came across gravel, and it was hard to negotiate the bend. What we're thinking is there could be a disconnect in this cleanout was cut in. There could be a disconnect, or the line is in some disrepair. Seeing the gravel in the line and rocks and even chunks of pipe. You can see a little bit of dirt there at the bottom of the pipe. You'll be able to tell when we get there. It can be very problematic. We're definitely documenting that and getting some documentation of that for the homeowner. My camera lens is 1.5 inches thick. That is the measuring stick for us. Any debris, any offsets, anything in the line, really. That's kind of how we navigate that. When we're in water, we know it's at least 1.5 inches deep. Thankfully, we haven't come across any water, no standing water, which is beautiful. It means water is flowing out to the city sewer as required for a main line. That's what the goal is. Bits and pools here and there, nothing substantial though. Another joint there. Continuing to pull back here. We're in 4-inch tile. Now we transitioned a bit ago from 6 to 4. It's typical to see 6-inch in the street. Once we hit the property line, transition to 4. Most of these offsets stair step down. It's a good thing. A little bit of water there. Continuing to pull back here. The tile looks real nice. We just jetted it, and it looks nice and clean. Annihilated the sludge. We had probably over 30 to 40 feet of pipe in sludge. Okay, now we transitioned from 4-inch clay tile pipe to a 4-inch ABS. This is going to be the clean out that is downstream from the clean out that we're working from. Continuing to pull back here. So that clean out's going to be coming at the top of your screen. That's the clean out sleeve. Pulling back now, and we transition back into tile. Want to get a good look at the joints and the connections here. Continuing to pull back. Bottom of the pipe is in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Here we got some debris in the line. That's what it looks like to be a piece of tile. It's moving. We're coming up on the real problematic area. You can see the the sand in the bottom of the pipe there and debris sitting in the pipe. Continuing to pull back here. Again, we're in between the black clean out cap, clean out, and working from the white here in the backyard, the white clean out cap. And you can see the first off, the water is pooling, negative sign, and you can see the sand and just bits of rock in the pipe. Water's getting deeper now, about an inch deep. Again, my camera lens is 1.5 inches thick. There's what looks like to be a joint there. I want to go real slow through this so we can get a good picture of it. Good documentation. Now we're pulling up out of the water, which is a good thing. Continuing to pull back here. Pull back here. There's a rock. As you can see, there's also sand in the pipe. I'm going to go real slow through this, get a good nice picture at it for you. More rocks, more sand. These are pretty large rocks. Again, my camera lens is 1.5 inches thick. Continuing to pull back here. You can see the debris, gravel getting a little bit thicker here. Off the left-hand side, you can see pieces of tile in the pipe as well. The rocks are increasing in size. The bottom of the pipe, I believe, is the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. We're coming up over the rocks, and we'll go real slow through here. Another chunk of tile. This is just pure gravel in here. Pure gravel for about 3-4, or at least 1.5 foot, 2 feet. This is.
Go forward just a little bit. Okay.
Those are pretty large rocks. I mean, they go up. This looks like the seam of the pipe here. You can see the seam go up the left-hand side of the screen. I'm gonna see if I can pop one of these rocks. You can see the abrupt edge there at the left-hand side of the screen. That looks like the seam of the pipe. Going to continue to pull back here, going real slowly. It's going to get a little bit jerky because the camera's getting caught on the gravel there. Ooh, trying to pull it back as slow as I can for you. Off to the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the amount of debris that's in the pipe. We're coming up over the top of it. We're a good 3 to 4 feet in. You can see the abrupt edge off to the the immediate left-hand side of the screen, and you can also see the abrupt edge of the pipe ending at the very top of the screen. Continue to pull back. We're gonna drop into some water here. That's a piece of clay tile pipe that we just passed in the water. Continuing to pull back, and that looks like the PVC. White PVC clean out that we're popping up now. Gonna continue to pull back slow for you. We got a bit of water there pooling. There's the primer of the PVC. Continuing to pull up. Continuing to pull up here. And we are 118 feet from the city sewer to this white clean out here in the backyard. Here's the hose bib that we're working under. Again, I'm out here with Randy Schuneman. My name's David Lane. Today's date is March 1st, 2017, and we thank you for choosing Bulldog Rooter.